at the end, and in back in the Never King voice, and I messed that one up and completely screwed up again. I went, "That's all, folks."
Just done.
Yeah, that was just the end of it. There's just a little bonus scene at the end.
You know that's now going to be.
Never King.
You know that's now going to be my intro for my episode. You explaining that whole thing. Hello and welcome to the realm of Midgard. I'm Dew Mountain and this is episode 19, chapter 2 from our realm. I'm over here at the fox den that Ted had built up for us a few episodes ago, with a bit of news that we've sort of heard, since last episode. And that is that the second part of the Caves and Cliffs update has had its release date announced, and it is a little bit quicker than we kind of thought. It's actually been announced that it's going to be released on the 30th, so that's only about a week away now. And as you can probably remember from last episode, Foxwood isn't quite ready yet. So we as a group, Mr. Pro Ranger, Athka and myself, have decided that we will be running this little series and this world up until the end of this year. Then once, December 31st is hit and we roll over into the new year, we're going to start up a new world with, new adventures and all that sort of stuff there. So until the end of the year, we are just going to be focusing on Foxwood here and, try and get it all built up. Now, with that said, I did want to attempt doing some more of the houses area which should be to the left of me, pretty sure, from where I'm standing here. But, with us deciding that we're going to really sort of just finish off the whole year here, I've decided that I want to actually try and finish off these areas that are around me now that we've got built up, quite well now. So, if I come on out through the little entrance here, you can see that this is kind of one of the areas that I'm talking about. And if we go and look over at our map, you'll be able to see that sort of I want to finish off today the farmhouse that's in this section here, sort of where my crosshairs are, and also look at tackling a bit of the land up here. Now, because we've got until the end of December, I think we're going to have a lot of time to plan out sort of how we want the village to sort of set up around here, and then finally tackle on our big project of getting the actual original village, zombie village into place here. Now, I haven't just sort of been planning out what to do. No, between episodes, I have done 5 things, but one's a little small one. So, if we come on over to here, you will be able to see that I have finally built up the custom tree that was over here. If you remember, for the longest time we used to have the path tree, which was just a few blocks of dirt with a path block on top of it. But now I've gone ahead and I've added in this little custom tree, which I think it just ties in so nicely with this entrance. Like if we were to quickly, just as though we're entering into Foxwood, it's nicely placed up there. As you can see, I kind of want the house to be built up there for the view, but we can sort of see that this tree and all the little nature stuff around there, it doesn't stand out. It's not like I shouldn't be here, and it's just kind of all the leaves and everything just sort of fell into place. So I'm really happy with how this one came up. Now, if we go and pick up Dennis and Ted, I will show you the other few things that we have collected up. Built up. Alright, come on Dennis and Ted. Alright, so we also, from last episode, had built up all of this section here and yet again picked a spot for another custom tree. However though, I have built it this time. So the push from that sort of the timeline of trying to get this all finished is really been a good push for me. And I mean, this tree looks a little bit weirder to me. However though, trees aren't all uniformed in nature. There are some weird ones and there's some cool ones, and you know what, I think this one ties in that corner spot really nicely. Let's just jump off of Dennis, stay there for a minute. And if we come back up and climb up on our viewing tent, which we were doing from last episode, it kind of nicely does fill in this area here. You're going along, you've got the tree, which it's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but, you know, it does have some characteristic about it. Alright, Dennis, where'd you go? Get back here, Dennis! Alright. So, if we actually come back through the little market village, let's go underneath here. I have also included a brand new building right on the corner here. Now, I was saying that I was thinking of doing the tower, but when I sort of started placing out the blocks and sort of seeing it, this slightly larger house really was sort of, I don't know, it just looked cool in the place, and it sort of filled up the space really nicely, and yeah, I think I'm happy with it. The only thing that I've got to actually do is, yeah, the interior. I've been a little bit slack. Yes, Ted, I know you would have finished the interior, but we've got a few more things to get built up before we sort of have to worry about that. Plus, there's some houses over there that also need their stuff done, so I don't feel too bad. And then, Dennis, come back here. Alright. And then we finally have the custom tree looking over the little pond here. And this one I'm really happy with. It sort of ties on up, it comes a little bit down into the dirt formation a little bit. If we go and check it out from a different angle, can I make it without getting all the sweet berry bushes? So as you can see over here, I've sort of included it so the roots come in down through the dirt as well and sort of show off a little bit. And I'm really happy that's just tied it in so nicely. This whole area is now really just coming to life with everything sort of being built up. And let's go back up here to show the final thing that I have built up in this area. And that was just something very small. I've decorated this area here, and I've added in a little bit of a beetroot sort of section for them to grow. It was, I don't know, I like the little dip in there, and it kind of just sort of fitted a little bit with the nether warts over there. I mean, it could be used in some way to brewing with the potions. I'm not quite sure, but I kind of just liked how it sort of fit in here, and it built up the area a little bit. You like it too, Ted? Oh, that was you. You don't like it. Oh, well. I like it. Now, as the sun sets, you may see that we still have Athica's present over there, but we also have some new trees that have appeared. Dennis, can you make this jump? You can. We've got some new trees that have formed up and grown over there. And I think that Mr. Proranger has, well, I think he's now built up his little sort of house over in this area. So, let me get out of Dennis's nose. Let's climb down the tree, have a little bit of a sleep, and then check out what Mr. Proranger has added to the area. Alright, it's morning, and we are now over here at our friends and allies' houses, which kind of reminds me, I think I need to set up a little bit of a chunk over here for both the camera account and the Nether King. I don't want to hear the Nether King whinging, so I think I'll give both of them another little house over here too, which will take off a little bit of the build for me. So, let's look at Mr. Proranger's place. Now, we've got Athica's house over here, and we've just got to extend the pathway to smoothly come on up. Now, Ranger's place has some friends. Good boy, Ted. Good boy. So, over here we can see that Mr. Proranger has set up a very nether-themed sort of house here, which is fitting with where he lives and a lot of the work that he does. Now, he has gone around and he has put down quite a few of these signs around Foxwood, and I don't know if he's just trying to troll me because I can't read anything on the signs. There's nothing on them for me, front or back. And, yeah, so I don't know if he's trying to leave me clues or if he's just trying to confuse me of why there's signs around the place. Knowing him, it could be either. But let's sit Ted down over here and go up and explore Mr. Proranger's humble abode. So we've got a nice little campfire over here with the blue soul flames. I really do like how he sort of brought in the terraform of the nether into this area here. We've got the main trunk of the tree, so let's climb up. Ooh, I like his little railing section. Alright, not that way. Oh, very cozy. Oh, he's got his own little bed to match the room. A little decoration over here. All of the tools. Oh, sweet. I know where an anvil is, as I need to use one. Oh, and he's even added in the little mob heads. Sweet. Oh, I love it. Ranger, very well, man. I am really happy with how this place has come up. It really ties in with sort of your theme and what you've sort of been doing. So, yeah, I love that. Got a little piece of, Ranger's empire over here in Foxwood. Now, as I touched on before, I think what I might do is add in a space over here for both my camera account and for the Nether King, because both of those characters have kind of played a fair bit of a role throughout these sort of chapter and last chapter, so I think everyone deserves to have a little house around here. And this might just be, Alliance Avenue, or Crescent, or Street, I don't know, but it might be just the Alliance sort of housing area down this way here, and we tie in over there that comes up and around here, all the sort of everyone else that sort of lives and works in the village. So I think that has actually sort of brought you all up to date of what we've been doing, or what I've been doing over the last week, and trying to frantically plan how we're going to sort of complete all of this before the end of the year. And yeah, so I think what we might want to do now is touch on something a little bit different to do. Hello, sir. Alright, now that we're back on Dennis and we've got everyone ready, Ted, you coming? I think what we might do now is build up that second farmhouse that's sort of over near the entrance there, because I really do wish to try and fill up that area first. It's so close to being finished, and I reckon it would just look really, really cool overall if we can walk over. We've got the house over there, then we should work up on this little hill area here, which is good because we know we want this big, just massive over everything all sort of storage set up over there. And then try and, as I was saying, start touching up into this area here, which is where I want to put sort of our cows and pigs. Because we're in the spruce biome, we can't have sheep because we have dogs that come along and kill them. And we can't have chickens because, we have foxes that come along and kill them. So, over here we produce cows and pigs. You agree, Ted? I bet you'd like to taste some more sheep. Alright, so the plan is that we will now head on up. I'm going to go collect up some resources, and we will tackle, if I can quickly get up here. Run, donkey, Dennis. Alright, so the plan will be to tackle and add up a nice sort of homestead sort of house over here. And I think I might just try and do a nice little cutaway. So I'll go collect up the resources now and then bring you back to a finished build. That way we've got a little bit more time to try and, maybe do a time lapse for the other area where I might build up for the animals. So I will see you shortly. Alright, well, it looks like I'm going to have to take a quick break from doing some building, because I've gotten a little message from the Nether King saying that he wants to actually meet up and discuss the house over here. So, not too sure what that's going to involve, but yeah, I've agreed to meet up with him, so I'm going to take a little break now and meet up with the Nether King. So, let's head on over, see what he's got to say.
What happened to your collar? What? My dog has disowned me!
Yeah, I know, I have no idea what it is.
He was my first friend in the overworld since I moved here.
Oh,
He saved me from zombies.
So hang on, have you claimed Ranger's land?
This is his land?
Well, I mean, I marked it out for him, but Ranger, he takes his time to do things.
I just smelt land when I entered the area. I can tell you, it took me a while to find it, but we got there at the end.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what.
I have a new home. And, reasons for living here... Let's just say some things have happened in the Nether and I need to spend some time in the overworld.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think
You
someone
messed up.
has been talking. No, some secrets have been spilled.
I can tell you're in disguise at the moment. Like, it must be bad. Like, you're really hiding yourself.
I have to hide my crown. I don't feel the same.
Yeah, no, like, go into disguise. I mean, hell, I guess you can have this space. You built up a pretty nice little home for yourself. Just a house, it's your home.
The blue mushroom. The mushroom tree house.
Is this like the biome that you used to live in?
Yes. A little bit of soul sand. A little bit of what? It's all blue. Like the Nether King.
Very fancy. You wanna? I did stop past earlier. I didn't quite know what was going on. I had a little bit of a check out, but do you want to actually show me around? Give me the grand tour.
All right, here we have the blue fire. A little piece of the Nether I brought with me.
Oh yeah.
See, in the overworld, I noticed all your fires are red. I don't like that. I like blue fire. It's more fancy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like the lanterns version of it. That's pretty cool. I might try and include them for you.
Yes, I used up some of my soul sand and turned the red flames blue.
The blue light.
Everything is in the theme of the Nether King.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Except for the mushrooms. I felt like having them because I like them.
Just a bit pretty fancy stuff.
It reminds me of the civilization I used to live with. The piggy people love the red mushrooms.
Yeah.
They used to keep it in their cities. It's one of their main sources of food.
I'm not going to try and eat it, I'm sorry, but if you like it, that's fine, but I'm not going to eat it.
Look, when you live in the Nether, you have to make a diet of whatever you can find.
No, I understand that.
Just make sure you don't catch yourself in the wastes, otherwise good luck trying to find food. Now back to the tour!
Alright, yep.
Up the tree we go. This is my mighty little platform. I open this and look down to see who's visiting.
I like that. You got it from all sides too?
Yes, we got it all nice and fancy so we can always see who's here. And if there's an intruder, we can quickly jump down and attack. So yes, it is very useful for all sorts of situations.
Yeah.
And we shall move upstairs once I figure out how to move upstairs again.
Now, I like what you've
have...
done with the place.
Tree grew on its own. I believe it's still growing. We'll have to see what happens to it in the future. But for now, this is what she looks like. I have made a home inside of her. We have the knowledge. We have the stations. And we have the alchemy.
Very smart. Hey, we should put some fancy potions in these for you, so you're ready to use them if you need.
I only have moved in recently. I haven't had time to brew anything yet.
Oh, well, why don't I take you over and I can show you the brewing area that I've got just across the river there. And you can help yourself if you
even my
need.
indoor crops are still growing.
Yeah, I saw these. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to replant them for you.
I am trying to get them to spread out, so... Let's plant a few more.
Oh, you might even have enough just to do them all now.
I do? Wait, no, one off.
Damn.
Yep, and the last one wasn't fully grown either.
Well, we're close enough. Alright, let me take you over. I'll show you the
end
brewing
it all
area.
off,
Oh, yeah.
we have my new throne. The Nether King throne. The overworld, never king throne.
I love it. I love that.
So, and if a particular individual ever finds you in your lifetime and asks you about a certain item, it is not here.
Oh. Okay.
Whatever you do not tell him it is here. I'd hate to find out if he ever found that I still have it. He thought it was lost years ago. No, I took it.
Fair enough. I mean, honestly, anyone walking around this place, I don't think that's pretty well hidden. Like, I didn't see it before when I came through. I think your secret is
of
safe
the
here.
tree. I have the shiny axe. The owner of it is unknown, but I wish to keep it that way.
Okay. I'll keep your secret for you. I won't tell
If
you.
he ever found out, he'll kill me.
We don't want that. Wait, you're not talking about Athgar, are you?
Oh no, I steal his stuff all the time. He
Okay.
still doesn't know.
Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to protect you from
Where
him.
do you think the
but, you know.
timber came from?
Well played. All right, let me show you where the brewing house is in case you want to brew some stuff up.
Yes, I might have to brew some invisibility in case he ever finds out about the timber.
Oh, that's not might. You will. I'm showing you that so you can probably start.
Don't put this in the video now!
Put what?
I forgot you were recording. No. Question.
Yes.
What's up with this one? I tried making friends with him since he's a king like myself, and he was a very silent one. He did not speak to me when I greeted him. I gave him a king's greeting and not a word.
I'm not too sure. I think he's going through some things. He's made some weird friends, and honestly, I think they're just a bad influence on him. But as you can see, all of these people are out protecting Foxwoods, so you're always guarded. We might not be able to get iron golems, but we've got the Pumpkin King's men. But yeah,
I always bring in some of my guard hogs from my old lands.
No.
You don't like the hogs?
I love them, but I don't think the hogs would like Foxwood.
I think they'll love the place. They're pretty and pink.
We'll come back to that idea. Maybe in the future. Station.
Ah, hello, sir. Welcome.
Nope. Found one of the locals.
No, you should be saying that to me. I'm the new person in this place. Let's start again. Hello, I'm the Nemesis.
Just go with it, buddy.
Yes, hello, I was talking to you. How are you, sir? Fascinating. What else can you tell me? Feels like home.
Yes, but be careful because you can accidentally fall in there.
As I said, feels like home.
Yeah, true. Danger all around. Alright, so if you come over here, you can see that we've got some of our brewing stands behind. We've also got some water dripping in to try and fill up the potions. And we've
Where
got
did you
some
find
stuff
this creature?
on a boat. In
Where?
distant lands. Surrounded by void, we sort of jumped from island to island. It's a bit of fun.
I've never seen a creature like this one.
And you probably won't see one again.
Why? What happened?
Oh, Ranger killed it.
Did he kill everything in his travels?
No. Well,
I'm starting to think he's spending too much time with Africa. He seems like he kills everything.
I'd like to help you out, Ranger, in this situation, but yeah, no. You're right, man. He is getting a bit too shoot first, ask questions later. You know what I mean?
I would like to tame one of these as a pet.
Whew.
What?
Yeah, the only way you can do that is by hatching an egg, which we haven't been able to do.
Oh, I saw one of them.
Yeah, better leave that there. That might start a whole war.
But no one's using it.
Yeah, because it was a fight between Athika and Ranger, and for justice and peace, we kept it in the one spot.
But I'm the Never King. I have royal rights.
In the nether, not in the overworld.
What royal rights?
They don't cross dimensions.
I will have to speak to my lawyer and see about that.
Okay. Bye. Enjoy
still
your new
alive.
home.
God, is he still alive? I ain't going back to find out.
Well, guess it turns out that that's not Ranger's place at all. That's the Nether King's. So I guess we're going to have to mark out a new spot for him.
Ow, my toe!
He's still in earshot. Let's go back to finishing off that, the farmhouse thing? Yeah, let's do that. So, off onto the distance, on the little hill, we can see our new farmhouse. I've actually quite enjoyed building this up, and even though we had a little bit of a distraction from the Nether King and found out that he actually stole Ranger's land, was quite interesting. We'll get back onto that in a minute. But for now, let's head on over and check out our new farmhouse. Which, you know, I really love how it just sort of ties in now up of this hill. Before it was just so plain and barren, and as we've also found out too, these signs came from the Nether King, but I'm just going to leave them there. Distractions. Yeah, no, so I'm really happy with how this just sort of ties in nicely. We come in now, we've got our nice veggie patch over here, along with a few sort of pumpkins and melons that have been harvested up and sort of piled up over on this section here. I just forgot to get some of the sea pickles, because when you place them on here, they look like the stems of the pumpkins and melons that might have just been harvested and cut off the vine and then just freshly thrown up here, rather than them, having a stem sort of dried up and fallen off. We've got Ted up there checking out the new place. I've also included, just for a bit of sort of nice detail to the eye when walking in, these sunflower sort of field just here. It's a very small patch, but that adds in a really nice pop of just yellow in between all these greens and reds that I've got coming up basically from all of the sweet berries and the bamboo, as well as all of the tops of these crops down there. I've tried out something a little bit different here by having the actual sort of a retaining wall support, and then coming out with a bit more depth to include these sort of railings and the stairs and the trapdoors to sort of round off and support this edge as it comes through. And yeah, I'm really happy with how that sort of just gives that little bit more of a detail. Anywhere where I sort of can or it fits in, I've made sure to include that. And yeah, no, I'm just really happy with how this has sort of come up. We now come up onto our porch where Ted is. We've got some, barrels for a bit of storage. We've got the workers, composters up here. And just some nice sort of lighting around the place to keep it, mob safe. We come on in now. We've got our sort of humble abode for two, because I forgot to make bunk beds. So it's a humble abode for two. We've got, your standard just storage. We've got some more work work composters for the farmers, as well as some barrels and that. I've added in these sort of smithing tables because I thought, a farmer might break some tools or something and need to have a place to repair them. So why not include these in here? And we've also included, again, the birch logged roof, because this isn't really a house of massive importance or like usage. Like, for example, when I built the enchanting hut, we have the amethyst shard blocks around the lip of the roof, because it shows that it's a building of importance. We've got the same thing over at the brewing area, but these sort of housing areas, we've just sort of stuck with the nice plain sort of birch wood, which I'm actually growing to love because of foxwood. It works really nicely with some areas. But we come out the door to the backyard. We've got some more berries and we've got some sugarcane growing up over here. as well as some pumpkins and melons, which are taking their sweet time to grow. We've had all the bamboo up around us grow and everything, so yeah, these are just taking a bit of time. But I really love how this whole sort of just building just adds so much just to the sort of the landscape and when you look around. So, you know, Ted, let's go around and sort of just show off. I think there's about 3 key spots where I really love having a bit of a look at how this house is sort of added to the area. So if we, for the first one, just head down the stairs and go across our little footbridge over here, which is, yes, another big area we need to build in. We can see over here that we've got our house nicely just up on the hill, framed by the bamboo on one side. We've got the nice orange and greens poking through from the pumpkins and melons on the other, and it just really nicely wraps it in for me. We've got some of those vines on there which are still growing away, and I think that will help add in that bit more aged and sort of lived in area that we've got with most of these other buildings that you can see over on our sign and whatnot. And yeah, so from whatever building I managed to build up over here, I reckon this will have a really nice view. That tree might need to move because it gets in the way over there. But yeah, it's a really sweet sort of thing. Yeah, Ted, I'm thinking about moving that tree. We'll see. Now, if we go down to where I think this sort of shines, and we did look at it at the start of the episode, when we were looking over at our new tree, was when we enter Foxwood. Because before we would just look up and see the bamboo and it looked very bare through it. But now we've got the nice sort of the entrancing, the make you want to look more. Yeah, I'll use that word. Wow. Sort of coming through the bamboo, you can sort of see it's up there. You can sort of want to go and explore it a bit more. It's kept your eye. And as you sort of walk around and you can follow it a bit more, it builds up into this really just nice sort of, it looks stable, looks sturdy, and it looks like a warm, cozy house. But yeah, so I'm really loving how that sort of all comes up. Let's quickly sleep. And while we're on this path here, because we had that pretty good sort of meet up with the Nether King, turns out now I've got to keep a secret from him. I don't know who's going to come looking for said item, but what? Okay, maybe Ted knows, but I don't. So we got to keep that secret from him, and yeah, so because of that, we're sort of on a bit of a time crunch now to sort of get everything finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you over the area where I would love to build up for our cows and pigs. I just don't think that I'm going to get the time to get it done this episode because we're almost out of time already. So let's head on down to this side now, where I've kind of added in a loose bit of pathing. I also had, just during some board time, fixed up, there was a little hole of water here and a little hole of water there. So I sort of combined them together to make a little pond that, you know, runs back off into the river stream. And I kind of want to set up over in this section here a nice big paddock pen area for our cows and sheep. So I was thinking that I might just build up one sort of like a barn house sort of thing, and then have on one side of like cows and one side all of our pigs. Because we can't have sheep because of Ted's family, and we can't have chickens because, well, this is Foxwood and foxes eat chickens. So I've decided that we'll be mainly working with those two animals, the pigs and the the cows. So that's what I might try and get up done either between episodes, or I might even just time lapse it and then use that for the intro of next episode. I don't know how I'm going to beat, you know, Mr. Pro Ranger, the Nether King, stuffing up their lines, but, you know, we'll try. But with that said, I think it is time to start to wrap things up, Ted. However, though, we have forgotten to do one big important thing. So, before we can wrap up this episode, let's head over to Axolotl Pond. I'll see you over there. Alright, we are now over here back at the Axolotl Pond. I have brought over what was left in that shulker box from the other sort of side area because, well, as I thought, that was open to the whole world, and they decided to go and explore it. So we've only got these ones left down here. How's it going, guys? Alright, so let's grab up. I reckon let's try and do a 2 lots of breeding. I think that's fair. 1 fish odd though, so Alright, let's get him up here. Oh, this guy was already ready. Let's try you and you. Unlucky. Alright. Come on. Let's go you and you. I was so scared I was going to put him in the water again. No, still no blue axolotls. We've been trying so much to get this guy. I really hope that we can achieve it towards, the end of this series. Ted's, yeah, you're right, mate. We shouldn't give up hope yet. We shouldn't give up hope. We still have a month. And one of those months is a Christmas month, so maybe we can get it for a Christmas present. But as this brown axolotl demonstrates the fun joys of this pond, I think it's time that we sort of end the episode now. I'm getting very sort of short for time because of, work and that, and getting all of this stuff to work in together is, a bit of a task, but it's a fun challenge. So I hope that you have enjoyed, seeing a bit more of this land being built up, even if it's just seeing the custom trees, which I've been promising for months, being built up. I really hope you have enjoyed all of that. I hope you sort of liked the little meetup that I had with the Nether King. And, what was that? Ted's right. I'm starting to wrap things up yet, but I've forgotten to do one more thing, which was mentioned when I was talking with the Nether King. So let's just quickly have a bit of a distraction before I forget, and go over to the Alliance Avenue. Now, I thought that this place was Mr. Proranger's. No, the Nether King has come and claimed it for himself. So what I've done is, I've come over here to mark out another bit of land for Mr. Proranger. A bit of land for those of you who might remember, we have a friend called Lily who jumps on the server every now and then, and on some of Athika's live streams, we've gone and played a massive big game of hide and seek with her, trying to find where she's gone in the land. So she's also a part of this group, so there's also a spot marked out here for her. And my camera account kind of complained because his dog didn't have a place to go to. So I've marked out 1, 2, and 3 chunks. So we've got one make a little diagonal, so it's sort of a pathway could go along this way here. But it'll be first serve, first come. So if Lily wants this end one here or one over there, have to get there before either my camera account or Mr. Proranger. But I really think that this little road will give a lot more character to sort of Foxwood and all of the friendships that we've made along the way. Yeah, I know, that was sweet. But now, really, if you've made it this far into the video, thank you very, very much. I hope you've enjoyed the meeting with the Nether King, seeing a bit more of this land being built up, and my highlight was actually just getting some of those custom trees built up, like I've been putting them off for so long. But yes, so I hope you've all enjoyed, and until next time, bye! That was terrible, bye. Bye!